going on, my people? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real, Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys could donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel? It's down there strolling below the screen, people. And make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building. And make sure you guys share the videos, man. It keeps the movement pushing. All right? Appreciate y'all. All right. Listen. So, I seen this clip. And I said, nah, I gotta speak on this. And I always keep saying this to our black folks. It's one thing to have a conversation. Excuse me. With people. I don't give a fuck if you're a minority, you black, or you white. Racism is racism. And let me be very, very honest about this. People, it is a very percentage of people that actually genuinely make mistakes of saying insensitive, bigoted, racist shit, or anti-Semitic shit, or homophobic shit. It is like 0.000.1. It is not a whole bunch of people like that don't know that they're saying some racist shit when they say racist shit. I'm just being very honest about that. So, what we get ready here is on live TV. This is live TV. This is why I say, this is what I don't like about the mainstream media, because they like to say, oh, with the internet doing this. No, you are on national TV allowing this type of shit that goes on the internet that you keep complaining about. Listen. I don't want to hear anybody respectives. Like I told you, I am a no-nonsense, impatient, don't fuck with my vibe, don't fuck with my energy, don't bring that energy around me type of dude. And I don't tolerate bullshit. If you say some shit that's racist, and I know you meant it, because I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Because everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. But if you got a history of being racist and saying bigoted and insensitive shit, and listen, you ain't even got to say no racist shit to me. If I see you being bigoted towards other cultures and other races, I know you will do it to me. If I see you do that to somebody else, I know you will do it to me. So this mega in the House congressperson from Louisiana, I think his name, fuck is his name? It'll come to me. And he decided to go with the lie about what Trump and them said about Haitian immigrants eating cats and dogs, and just did a racial trope and all types of races. It's just a whole bunch of shit in that. And he decided to tweet it out how he genuinely, truly feel. But let's listen to. See, it's not just what he said. It's the people. God damn it! How'd that go up? Alexa, go to YouTube. I don't know how to fuck.
Here is YouTube.
I don't know how to fuck that. Cut off that quick. But he decided to say what he said. And listen, I know he said what he said. That's not what's bothering me, because I know the history of this dude. Right? So it didn't shock me that he would say some racist shit like this, because he has been said bigoted and racist shit before. So it didn't shock me. What it is disturbing is that CNN is still allowing racist ass Republicans to pretend that they're not racist on their network. And that's what's bothering me. I hear racist. I know what a racist is. Anybody that defends racism, you're a racist yourself, or you most likely a bigot. If you're a black person and you defend racism, you most likely a sellout coon bigot, or black white supremacist. However you look at it, you can't be a racist because you ain't got no power, even though you's trying to side and give the racists, try to help them get power even over your goofy ass. But it is what it is. But let's listen to how this go. This is on live TV, people. I need y'all to understand that. This is on live network. A live network on CNN, that these motherfuckers are emboldened to defend racism. But let's move on.
Either or against Trump, so why would they do it now?
Well, they should come out against this tonight because it was wrong.
Does this though?
Right.
Yes.
We've talked. You've been here at this table. We've talked so much about where this has all come from. You can't ignore the fact that what started this was a lie that has not been retracted by J.D. Vance, a lie that was repeated again, actually, by Donald Trump this week, and that he was telling his supporters at a rally, get him out.
Well, listen, let's be clear what started this. What started this was an influx of, temporary, status.
That's not what started this.
That's not what started
okay,
this.
well,
what started this?
This dude is an immigrant. And I keep telling black folks, a lot of these immigrants come over here, they is racist as fuck. They are racist. A lot of them. I'm not going to say some of them. A lot of them are racist as fuck to black people. And I don't like this shit. And we got to stop giving people the benefit of the doubt when they say shit like this. He trying to start it off of line of, oh, this started off in a certain type of... No, it did not, nigga. It's not about policy. You don't start a policy off... So the policy started off on some racist shit. Oh, I'm sorry. People turned racist because they didn't like a policy. They didn't like how immigrants is coming over here. So you be racist? This is where we at in 2024. This is where we at. This motherfucker got a nerve to sit on national TV and say, no, this started off a policy. That's why they got racist. That's all basically what I hear. Let's move on, man.
This was a racist lie that Haitian immigrants were eating pets. That is what started this. None of that has to do with immigrants coming to a town, working with their families, going to church, putting their kids in school, seeking medical care. None of this has to do with that.
Now, mind you, I want y'all to pay attention. I want y'all to hear Abby. Because she basically the female Don Lemon now. She basically took his spot and she does what she does. Right? Because believe it or not, Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo had the best shows. Right? But they was a little too controversial for white folks. Or these type of Republican so-called middle ground people. They're like, oh, whatever. But listen to how she's breaking this shit down. Everything she's saying is factual. This ain't no hypothetical. This ain't how she feel or nothing like that. She's breaking down facts. And watch his respond to it. Just watch it. This is a racist for you.
To do with that,
Well,
this has to do with lies.
Let's
about
let's
Asian
let's be clear. J.D. Vance, who's the senator of Ohio, got complaints from his constituents about this.
and they were false.
Hold on.
And he has
yes.
a responsibility
Yes.
to retract it, and instead he's doubled down.
He's received those.
Time out. Let's rewind. J.D. Vance had a story that didn't even have anything to do in that part of Ohio. The lady that said what she said wasn't even from that part of the where a lot of the immigrants are. In Springville, if I'm saying that right. This lady, number one, she was a racist ass Trump supporter. That's number one. So you already know how this go. She a racist ass Trump supporter. This old bitch couldn't find her cat. So she decides to get on the fucking internet and say, oh, not call the police, nothing. She decided to get on the fucking internet, her racist ass, and decides to say, because she see Haitians and shit in the neighborhood, you know, racist white people don't like that. They don't like to see black and brown people in their neighborhood. Okay? She decided to say, the Haitians are eating our... Haitians ate my cat or something like that. I can't find my cat. My cat is missing. Something like that, right? Paraphrasing a little bit. It's something similar like that. And after that, other racists started to, and I don't even believe this from J.D. Vance, but let's just say it's true. He said that he has constituents calling him saying, you know, we missing animals and shit. Like, we missing animals, and we think the Haitians is eating them. Because all of a sudden, a lot of animals being missing. So the racists ran with the racist-ass white woman said, so the other racists jump in too. So they call him, right? That's going off his narrative. And he didn't research it. He just came out and said it. Right? So what happens after that is, because the governor and the mayor and all of them said that's not true. The police chief, everybody came out. We ain't heard no complaints about that. Ain't nobody said no shit like that. And so he does all that. And he gets all information from the governor, which is a Trump supporter Republican, a mayor that's a Democrat mayor, the police chief is a Trump supporter, and they all telling him this shit is not true. We don't have no evidence of this. We haven't received no stories like that. He still ran with it. So it was based off a lie. Then after everything goes down, backlash comes, shit happens or whatever. We all know what happened. The same lady that put that shit out on Facebook that let the other racists run with it with her racist ass, she decides, because I guess her family called her and say, what the fuck? They had to check her old racist ass. Her family. You gotta go out and apologize and stop this shit. She comes out, she acknowledged that none of this shit happened. Mind you, I told you, this all kind of started off on her racist shit. Her cat was missing. You know, her cat really wasn't really missing. He was down in the basement. And let me tell you something about cats being down in the basement. My cat, he loves coming in the basement. This is where my shit at, but he loves coming down here. Because usually that's where a lot of your, if you get field mice and shit, they use his holes and shit around in your basement unless you really block it off real good. But I don't have that as much. I got it blocked off, but you know, certain parts. And so field mice get in. So your cat sniffs that shit out. So they like to come down in the basement. That's where they like to be. Because they trying to get the mice. They smell them. So her cat wound up being in the basement. Could have left the door open, the cat ran down, and you ain't even know. That's most likely what happened. She found a fucking cat in the basement. He wasn't missing. What I mean, if you want to say he was missing because you couldn't find him. But he didn't run out the house. He didn't, no immigrants grabbed him and killed him and none of the shit like that, ate him or nothing like that. It was nothing like that. She probably left the basement door open and the cat ran down, or she went down in the basement and left the door open and the cat followed her down there. That's usually what animals do a lot of the times. That's why I always got to shut my door. I can't leave the door open when I come down here in the studio. Because the cat will come down. Shit, my dog would do that. He would come down here, he would get down halfway. And he see me, oh, nah, I fucked up. Let me take my ass back upstairs. But that's what they do. She wound up finding the animal. And got pressure from her family to go out and apologize. And say that she made it up and she's sorry and apologized and all that shit. And after the lady still did it, the one that even started this shit, they're still running with this shit. They're still running with it. Let me just say this on Real Talk. Even if Haitian people was eating cats and dogs, right? Is it really that big of a deal? Right? That they eat cats and dogs? Because we know Americans eat a lot of bullshit. We eat a lot of trash ass, like shit, like, nigga, I wouldn't eat a squirrel. I wouldn't eat a frog leg. Listen, I like shrimp. I like fish. People, but you know, on Real Talk, would y'all really eat a goldfish? It's a fish. But we eat regular fish, catfish, and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, we eat weird shit. Everybody eats something that's a little weird. People like certain shit. Clams. I don't eat clams. That shit is nasty to me. Listen, people would think, oh, you black. You eat pig feet. I don't eat pig feet. That shit is gross. I had pig feet one time. That shit is gross to me. And I ate that shit when I was poor. That shit was gross. No, nigga, we don't listen. Everybody got their preference of what they eat. It may seem weird to other people that you eat that. My wife eat the clam shit. I like shit weird to me. You eat that shit? Don't brush your teeth. Don't kiss me or do you eat that shit. Like I'm like that with my own wife. So nigga, listen. This whole notion you trying to demonize Haitian people, let's just say it's true. That they eat cats and dogs. So, look at some of the shit Americans eat. Like, real talk. Europeans, a lot of the white Europeans eat weird shit. You go to any country, it is a lot of shit that they eat over there that is weird. We don't eat, and we ain't never tried to eat. But you don't start discriminating against people because they eat that type of shit. And first of all, let's just be real. Where even eating cats and dogs really come from, the stereotype, is from Chinese and Japanese and Korean people. That ain't no shit. That's not even in the culture of Haitian people. They don't even eat shit like that. They don't eat cats and dogs. The fuck are you talking about? That's not even in the Haitian culture. Eating cats and dogs. That's more of some shit. It's a stereotype, but it's actually really real. Chinese people eat cats and dogs. You don't know. Listen, and people probably, oh, Kenny, you stereotyping. No, I'm not. I knew people from the Chinese culture over there in China and shit and Japanese. They eat cat and dog over there. They do. I'm just telling y'all. To them, when they chop up meat, listen, they can get meat from anywhere. They chop that bitch up and put that shit in Chinese food. You think that shit is beef. Because they know how to do it. I'm just telling y'all. That ain't trying to stereotype Chinese people and not saying there's something wrong with it. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. Because we eat weird shit over here that, you know. But it's some countries that eat shit that we won't eat. And it might seem a little weird, but it is what it is. It's not that weird. It's motherfuckers in the South eat alligators. Who the fuck eat? Nigga, I don't eat no. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. Let's move on.
Received those complaints, and at the time he decided to elevate it to a national debate because we felt immigration is an important thing to discuss. We felt temporary protective status was an important thing to discuss. People may not like the method that he brought this up, but the method has brought a very important conversations that are hitting small towns in Ohio.
Think about what he said. He said the method of how he brought it up, you may not like it. So listen. So basically, with this immigrant, because he's an immigrant that is he illegal, got his papers or whatever. This is an immigrant saying this shit about other immigrants. Weirdness. But he's saying it doesn't matter that, because this is what I'm hearing. It doesn't matter how racist this shit is. We're not focusing on the issue, which is immigration. Sir, we can talk about immigration, but we don't have to be racist talking about it. But like I said, racist people like him and Trump supporters, they can't help themselves because they live off of racism. That's what makes them feel good about themselves. We can have a discussion about immigration. We can have a discussion about the policies of the vice president and the president administration, of how they, the policies that they had for immigration, or the left. You want to say, we can have a discussion about that. There's nothing wrong with, I don't mind having a discussion about it. When you start being racist about it, then that's a problem. So, and then the other part is letting me know, right? Because I already know this, but now it's confirming to me that I know that the only reason you say and defend racism about these issues because your base is racist. And that's the only way they can perceive of what you're talking about. Because believe it or not, for me, that ain't a stupid, ignorant motherfucker that don't hate people, if you come out and you say, okay, immigration is an issue, right? But your whole purpose is to come out and be racist about it to try to get my attention on, we got an immigration problem, but you want to be racist about it. Me as a human being, that's a rational human being, I'm only going to focus on what the racist shit you said, not the issue. But a motherfucker like me as well, I can do two things at once. I can call out the racism and still say, hey man, we do have an issue on immigration. But I'm still pissed about you had to be racist to try to have that conversation with me. You see how these racists think? They can't be civil because their racism takes over. But then try to act like they got morals. You don't. You triggered the conversation because you thought nobody was talking about it, so you had to be racist about it? What the fuck? Anyway, let's move on. Does it get worse?
That are hitting small towns in Pennsylvania and all over the
We were
country.
already talking about immigration.
Right.
We didn't need to bring lies into it. Everyone's been talking about the influx of immigrants at the border. We did not need to bring up this particular lie. The other thing that I was highly offended as a Christian woman, that they would actually invoke religion into this. Like, he went to the corner and prayed about this. That should be offensive to every Christian in this country. And across.
First of all, it should be offensive to every religious person. Because I don't give a fuck what your religion is. If you know anything about God, right? If you read the Bible, if you really know the Bible, which I know a lot of them pick and choose out of the Bible with to fit their racist, bigoted narratives. A lot of them. God was an immigrant. He wasn't somebody that he created the world, right? If you read the Bible, God created the world. I'm sorry, Jesus' son. He floated around the world. So he was an immigrant everywhere he went. He wasn't just from here, or he just from there, or he just from here, or he just from there. He just from there. He just from here. No. He was Jesus. It was God. He was an immigrant. Wherever he went, he was an immigrant. He wasn't from there. If we go off of their talking points, right? Or how they believe in God. God was an immigrant. He wasn't from no Pacific country. Just wasn't. If you read the Bible, he was not from all these other countries. Now, people in Africa, we can talk about that. But outside of Africa, he wasn't from nowhere you was from. So he was an immigrant regardless of wherever he went outside of Africa. And that's a whole nother discussion. Right? But come on, man. These people don't really genuinely believe in religion. They're picking and choosing out the Bible. I told you this shit is man-made. Y'all don't want to believe me on that. But look how these people are acting. Listen to the shit that's coming out their mouth. Anyway, people, let's go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. All right, people, we back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel? It's down there strolling below the screen. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building. And make sure you guys, please, share the videos, man, to keep the movement pushing. All right, man. But yeah, but that's what I'm saying, man. This is why I stopped being religious, bro. These people don't really genuinely believe in what they believe in. Because they don't really, they live in a fantasy world. They live in a fantasy world. But anyway, let's move on. And I told you, in religion, people follow. They don't really genuinely, they're not really, a lot of religious people are really not really that educated. They are followers. These are people with dark pasts a lot of the times. They have shit in their past that's very dark. So they're looking for some type of forgiveness a lot of the times when people get religious. Because if you hear a lot of the religious people's stories that's religious, it's all they come from somewhere dark. Like something bad happened to them. They had a real fucked up situation. And so they just looking for forgiveness. You get what I mean? Like I always tell y'all, like, make it very quick. I always tell y'all, like, I did a lot of fucked up shit in my past, right? And when I stopped believing in religion, right? When I stopped believing in Christianity and all that shit, and I started getting very spiritual, right? More spiritual than religion. And, you know, you start reading, you educate yourself, and you start, you like, for me, I always had a feeling for the world, right? Like, I always felt like, always believed in your spirit is serious. Like you gotta have something about you, your spirit gotta be real, right? But the one thing I always understood was that I knew I was here for a reason, right? I knew tragedy. I had a lot of shit that happened. I seen a lot of tragedy. I seen a lot of shit. I lost a lot of people. So I knew I was here for a reason. Because I know a lot of shit that a lot of people died from, I did. Excuse me. But I didn't die. So I knew from then, I said, yeah, I'm going to die, but I'm going to die when I least expect it. It ain't no shit that I got to expect. I used to be very, very conscious of what I do and how I move, right? And I cared too much about what people thought and how people thought about me, how they felt about me, or where I was at sometimes, right? I moved away. I don't move that way anymore because I'm spiritual. Listen, the big man created this earth. We all don't live. We all don't see all our dreams. We're all not going to get whatever we want. It's just not going to happen. We may die. Some of us going to die young. Some of us going to die in the midst of trying to get some shit. Some of us going to die rich. It happens. But we don't know when the big man upstairs say, it's your time. You won't know that. I don't give a fuck if you sick. You still don't know the day you're going to die. Your doctor can tell you, yeah, you got like 2 or 3 days. When you come in for a real serious injury or something like that, that doctor don't know you going to die. Nobody knows that. Everybody, you ever hear people, they hoping and praying the motherfucker don't die from an injury or a situation, right? Because you don't know. So when I started being religious and I started being more spiritual, it opened my eyes up to shit. So now I see the world for what it is. I understand life now. I actually get it. We ain't gonna be here forever. So we need to be the best of who we supposed to be. Not what we want. Who we supposed to be. If you really genuinely believe in your religion or whatever, or you spiritual like me, if you believe it's still a God, but I'm more spiritual in that way of God, I'm not a religious person. But why is, you ever notice why is the religious people seem like they the most evil? You ever notice that? The religious people seem like a lot of the religious people seem like they're more evil in this world than the people they call worldly. They doing all this bad shit. It's inappropriate, whatever, right? On their high horses. But they're the most evil. Because of how they think. And you know why that is, right? It's because they're not in tune with the world. They're not in tune with the earth. They genuinely don't understand the earth. A lot of these religious people don't believe in karma. They really genuinely don't. And so that's why you see these type of people come out and they say the shit that they say. Because they don't really genuinely believe in what they're saying. They're not really true believers. They're followers. They're in a cult. You can't believe in the shit that you're saying about God and you mistreat others because they from another country. When they trying to see what everybody in life is trying to see. Listen, of course I understand reality, America and other countries. I know how the world works. But I don't have a problem with no immigrants trying to better themselves. Come over here to get away from whatever the fuck they getting away from. Because listen, as a black man in America, I wish I had enough confidence. And I'll be very honest about it. I wish I had enough confidence to go over to another country and feel like it could be better for me over there. I'm very educated in a lot of shit. It's not. Ain't nothing better for black people in America and other countries. It's just not. I hear brothers and sisters talk about this shit. We got to get amongst our people in Africa. It's not. Africa is still ran by racists and sellout ass Negroes. All that shit, as big as Africa is, all them continents over there, niggas over there, they acting like they so much better than black people over there, but they going to war with each other. Fuck out of here. You ain't better than black Americans. I keep saying that. A lot of them ain't better. If you ever really genuinely think about it, any of them immigrants that come over here and think they better, nigga, they're running from people that look like them, people that killed them. But then they come over here talking about black on black crime. Bitch, what the fuck you call where you was coming from? Black on black crime. Fuck are you talking about? You left your whole country because of people that look like you. Let's move on, man.
And across the world, that you're going to use religion to go back in the corner and suddenly decide that, oh, I guess I'm not racist now. That was highly offensive.
You know
to me.
what? You know, if you are a religious person, as I am,
And mind you, this is a white woman saying that. Right? But let me just say this too. White people been doing that. That's the history of their heritage in this country. They have been using racism to try to control people and fearmonger and scare people to fucking death about others that don't look like them. They control black slaves that way with Christianity. That's why you seen self-hating Negroes be house niggas. They turned them into house niggas to turn them against us. No, you different from them. You different because God told you was different. People, you have to do your real history on slavery. Yo, them white slave owners, we thought they was just stupid. No, they was very smart. They was very good manipulators. They manipulated the shit out of our ancestors that was slaves. They manipulated the shit out. That's why you had self-hating Negroes. That's why you have them now. Nigga, they played the shit out of our African brothers, our African ancestors that came here. They got bamboozled by our own people. Nobody want to talk about that, though. That's why people, like, they be acting like, oh, I'm just mad at white racist people. No, I'm not. That's why I don't take no bullshit from other brothers and sisters from, some of them from other, from Africa or Haiti, Ghana, any of them African continents. Nigga, you can't come over here and talk down on black Americans. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Nigga, if you think we fucked up or whatever, we don't appreciate them, nigga, that's because of our own ancestors, which is yours. If you don't speak on that, then kiss my ass. Don't tell me about us. Nigga, listen, at the end of the day, as black Americans, nigga, we doing the best we can do. That's why I heard like a black immigrant say one time, they said, black Americans come off as arrogant to them. What? Nigga, even if that's true, right? We got a right to feel that way. We ain't sell y'all out. Y'all sold us out. And then you bring your asses over here and some of you know the history and you still come over here and you sell us out. So motherfucking right we get to be arrogant. You damn right black Americans got a right to be arrogant, motherfuckers. You motherfucking right. And you know what? We ain't leave this country. We stay here and fight. We sat here and fight. Our ancestors sat here and fight. We still here and we fighting. So we got a right to be arrogant. We ain't run like y'all. If that's the case, take your soft ass back to where the fuck you came from. Oh, you don't want to. It's better over here for you. All you gotta do is comply to white supremacy. Soft ass motherfuckers. I ain't saying all, but they know who I'm talking about. The fuck out of here. Don't get mad at us because we ain't scared. You bitches are scared. Some of you scared of these motherfucking racist ass white folks. But you got all that motherfucking, and it's crazy, you got all that energy for us. But them racist ass white folks say something to you. Yes, sir, massa. Yes, sir. I work hard. Yes, I get it straight to work hard, sir. Sound like some fucking house niggas. Oh, you want to talk about us? Yeah, all right, cool. Let's move on. Listen, to some of our brothers and sisters that come from African countries, y'all that be on that bullshit, man, y'all better check yourselves, nigga.
As I am, many people are, you prayer and also you seek penance.
Repentance.
Repentance.
Right. You ask for
is
forgiveness
part of
with the
that
intent
too.
to change.
I mean, Frank, you were talking about these focus groups getting people it kind of being torn apart at the seams. Some of that is because of the fear factor that is ginned up, that is not based in fact, and it is not proportional, because the idea that immigrants are by and large criminals, that's blatantly false. We know that is not true. That idea is the predominant way that this issue gets talked about on the right, and it does a disservice to the fundamental problems that do exist in our immigration
Listen,
system.
I'm gonna say this. I like Abby, but Abby can be phony. And what I mean by that is, she's saying all this shit sound good or what she's saying. Then the next time you hear Abby, she back like doing some shit like kiss assing. And I don't like that shit. To these fucking MAGAs. I don't like that shit. You don't kiss ass to racists. Now this dude that's getting ready to speak, listen, I'm not going to call him a racist. I'm not even going to call him a full-blooded bigot. But he is a white person that thinks that he's so qualified that he genuinely understands black people because he talks to certain black people. Because this shit get ready to go left. I mean, it's already went left, but it's get ready to go even more left. People, y'all gotta wait to listen to this shit. But that's the only thing I don't like about Abby, because Abby, you know, she it's like her and Dawn. They would do some shit and you'd be like, yeah, Dawn, motherfucking right. And then they get back to doing that buck dancing. You be like, come on, man. Come on, Abby. Come on, Dawn. Because she took Dawn's spot. That's all this is. But anyway, let's move on. And the way how her shit is going, believe it or not, she get ready to blow up. Honestly. Because her shit is more entertaining than a lot of that CNN shit. Believe it or not. Because like I said, here and now, she get real. Like she being real now. You know, and so a lot of black people will be like, oh, let me watch Abby. That's how that goes. But yeah, she do her thing. Sometimes she get real, but a lot of times she be buck dancing, man. That shit be irritating the shit out of me. But anyway, let's move on.
The number one priority of the American people, and I could show it later in the show if you want, and I can dig it up. The thing that we think is missing is truth. and they expect the truth, no matter how tough it is to hear. It's the highest priority that the American people have right now, and they're not getting it. And I don't think the debate helped that process at all. And I think that in the end, whatever brings us to the truth.
First of all, the fuck out of here. And let me just be very honest about this. Because I watch this shit that he does. When he gets this panel and he talk to these people, let me get y'all to really genuinely understand something. When I hear a lot of those people, they sound ignorant as fuck. They ignorant. The people he sit down with a lot of the times, these voters or whatever, they ignorant as fuck. They don't know what the fuck is going on. Shout out to Talking in the building. What up, Talk? Shout out to my brother Talking and Grubbin. Make sure and meet Grubbin and me. And make sure you guys go subscribe to my brother's YouTube channel. He does the sports over there. We get basketball season ready to come up, people. I'm ready to be over there. But yeah, man, that's bullshit. And let me just say this to people that may be watching me. Listen, hey man, y'all gotta do better. Inform yourselves better. You're not informed in a lot of shit. And so these motherfuckers that say something, it could trigger you or get you upset, or you be like thinking some of this shit is true. If you know better, you won't get triggered. I always tell people that. I try to tell y'all that. You won't be triggered. If you educate yourself in some of these situations, you won't be triggered. People think I get triggered. No, I get annoyed when I talk about these issues. Because it's like, yo, I know it's people out here that hear this shit that these people be saying on live TV. And they believe it. And I'm like, yo, all you got to do is research what they're saying. And you know it ain't true. But America is lazy. The internet has made a lot of you Americans lazy. You should be more ambitious to find out truth and facts. But we got lazy. But anyway, let's move on. But I'm going to say this about, I'm not saying the dude is a bigot, but I think he's just arrogant as fuck. Of thinking that he's so intelligent because I sit down and I do this and that's how it is. Nick, you don't know black culture. You sit down with certain black folks that vote. We're talking about people that don't vote. That's who I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to motherfuckers that's in the slums, in the gutter, that's going through real shit, that don't give a fuck about voting. That's who I'm trying to talk to. I ain't trying to talk to the people that already know a little bit of some shit, but they still ignorant as fuck because they don't fully pay attention. They fully ain't doing their homework, but they got an opinion because, I know a little something. That don't mean shit. But anyway, let's move on, man.
The truth, as best as we can define it, is good for democracy, and anything that gets in the way of that truth, that clarity, undermines democracy right now.
Well, here's the truth about how it actually started. And the woman who admitted that the cat she heard from 5 people, different stories, actually was in the basement hiding. And that she said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I never expected this to turn into what it turned into. And so it was a lie. J.D. Vance went on CNN and said, well, if I have to make up the story.
Now let me say this about Tara. I don't like her. Genuinely, I don't like her. She is a former Republican. And soon the Trump era go off, she gonna go back to doing that same shit. She is the reason that, and a lot of them Republicans, all of a sudden they anti-Republican, anti-Trump and all that other bullshit. They are the reason that Trump exists. Because of how they think. What they so-called beliefs are. Now the shit got so out of hand because Trump came in and took that shit to a whole nother level. And actually, he didn't even take it to a whole nother level. Trump just tapped into what the Republican base really was. The problem with these so-called anti-Trump motherfuckers, they like, nigga, Trump, hold on, man. Don't air us all out like that. That's what they mad at Trump about. They ain't mad at him cause no democracy and none of that bullshit they talking about. That party been this way. It been this way since the motherfucking since Martin Luther King. Since they passed the civil rights bill policy. It been since the civil rights era. Once that shit got passed, nigga, they was still on that. They been on that shit for almost 50, 60, 70 years. And she went along with it. She probably been in politics for at least about 20 years. This ain't new. And I don't like these motherfuckers. All of a sudden they anti. They party. And you help that shit. Your policies been trash. You roll with it. But that motherfucker Trump, he came in and he said, oh, I really know what these Republicans really are. See, he couldn't go over to the Democrat Party and do that because they wouldn't allow him to do that. Yeah, it's just a little bigotry, little racism going on over there, but it ain't a lot. It's multicultural. And they don't tolerate that shit to a certain extent, right? But over to the Republican Party, oh yeah. Trump's like, oh, nigga, I'm gonna run. Mind you, people keep not realizing this. Trump was a Democrat. He gave money to Democrats. Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, he gave them all money. Shit, he was a fan of Obama and Biden. Where Trump made him mad because they was at one of them dinners and Trump made fun of him. And he ain't like that shit. That's why he ran for president. Wasn't nothing else, nigga. It's not complicated. Trump ain't a complicated person because he ain't that bright. He think he's smarter than everybody else, but he ain't that damn bright. He tell on himself. That's why he ran for president. And he knew he couldn't run for president as a Democrat because he been a racist. But he been around them Democrat politicians that was doing borderline racist shit that accepted him. That's why I stopped being a Democrat, because I know this. The Democrat Party is racist, but they're not, I ain't gonna say racist, they're more bigoted or in the closet bigots to where like, hey man, we do a lot of this bigoted shit behind the scenes. But if you ever, it don't matter who you are, be bigoted and racist outside of the party, and motherfuckers find out, we turning on you. That's why. That's the thing with the Democrat Party. And I know that for a fact. For a fact. Don't ever get it twisted. The Democrat Party know who their base is too. Ain't no different from the Republicans. They know they base too, but the Democrats know they base too. They don't want to be as extreme as the Republicans, but they damn near do about 50% or 40% of what the Republicans do and want. They actually want the same shit and do the same shit. Let's just be real. That's why I'm not a Democrat, because I know what that party is. Now people like, well, Kenny, why how you couldn't vote for the Democrat? Because, like I told you, when motherfuckers was like, oh, I ain't doing that shit, you know, the lesser two evils. I said it with the whole Biden and Trump shit. I didn't vote for Biden because, like I told you, he said some bullshit out of his mouth that I couldn't come back from. You, as a white man, you can't tell me that I ain't black because I'm not black if I don't vote for you. What? You telling the black man that? I can't speak for all black people, but for me, when he said that, oh, dig it, oh, we done. We done. And at the time, I was up in the air if I'm gonna vote for him or not. I didn't vote for him. Because I thought we was in a space at that time that where Trump could have been in there for another 4 years. It was chaos. It was fucked up. But ain't nothing. Trump did a lot of fucked up shit. Impeachable shit. Criminal shit. It wasn't no different than a lot of them. It wasn't no different than Obama and a lot of them. And Obama was a little bit more squeaky clean. But Clinton and all them and everybody before him, George Bush, nigga, Trump ain't do as much that bad that they did. George Bush lied about a war that got our people killed. And niggas acting like that shit ain't nothing. So niggas like, I seen some shit. They was talking about, oh, we ain't gonna be, is it, we could question George Bush morals about he ain't coming out, endorsing Vice President Harris? Why would he? George Bush is a racist. Dick Cheney, a racist. His daughter, a racist. They don't give a fuck about black people or immigrants and no shit like that. All they scared about is how bad Donald Trump is. That's the only reason. Once Donald Trump, God forbid that he's out. We ain't gotta talk about Donald Trump no more. He out, he lose or whatever. They gonna get back to doing the same old shit that Trump was doing, but in a different way. That's all. You keep saying all these, you hear all these Republicans talking about, oh, Trump took away Roe v. Wade and all that other shit. Women. If Vice President Harris win, those same Republicans gonna get back and saying the same shit. They ain't gonna be as blunt. They gonna sugarcoat or whatever. And they gonna do the same exact shit that Trump is talking about, but just in a different way. That's it. Only reason Trump even adapted to that shit and he got that base and he took over that base like that, because Trump ain't that intelligent, but a criminal ain't that stupid, right? A con artist ain't that stupid. He understood what that base genuinely stood for. That's why he could run amok and take over. That's all that is, people. That's why Trump took over the Republican Party the way he did. What's the shocker to a lot of people, even me to a certain extent, I didn't think it was that many of these racist motherfuckers out there like this. And these bigots. I genuinely didn't. You got down there half of the country is bigots and racists. That's what they are. Shout out to Shay in the building. What up, Shay, baby? What's going on? Hey, man, listen, y'all don't forget. We got the Coon of the Year coming up. What is it? around December. So get y'all shit together. Make sure y'all pay attention. Come on up in the building. You know what I mean? So let me know what's going on. Give me your kuna, yeah. Come on up in the buildings. Don't act like that. We don't speak whatever. But come on, man. We still family. Love y'all. Right? But won't speak like that. We got our little issues. Maybe we can squash it that day. I don't know. But you know how it is, man. Listen, I told you I ain't got no beef with nobody, man. If I really felt a certain type of way about it, you'll know. I ain't no beef like that. But anyway, people, but that's why Trump took over that party the way he did, because they was already on some racist, bigoted shit. And he knew what that party was. He couldn't do that in the Democrat Party. That's all this is. So this Tara, she coming out now, she anti-Trump. Yo, I just look at that shit, it's like it's disingenuous, bro. That shit is so disingenuous. Disingenuous. Now, don't get me wrong. She was very early. She didn't like Trump when he was running. I can say that. I can genuinely say that. I can give her that. But I still don't trust her. My honest opinion. Let's move on.
To get the point across, like you just repeated, because that's what the messaging is out of the Republican Party. So you just repeat the lies and stay on message, whether it's true or not, whether kids in schools are getting bomb threats because of this or not, whether where a community is being torn apart in Springfield, Ohio, with neo-Nazis marching in the streets because of this lie that you are out here perpetuating. That is unacceptable. It's un-American. My family came here as part of migration. Your family came here as part of migration. And these Haitians came here legally through migration, 10 to 12,000 of them through the temporary protected status that they were given because their country is in turmoil. And we can get into the colonialization and why Haiti's in turmoil, but that's another day if you want to talk about truth. So that's the truth here. We need to be honest. These are legal people.
Now, I get tired of this. She ain't lying. She ain't lying. She not lying. She not lying. I give her that. But like I told you, she said all that good shit. Factual. It's all factual what she said. Trump supporters that's on this panel, no matter that she said all this factual shit, right? She factual. She ain't lying. You can't say she lying. Watch this. Watch how Trump supporters still defend the racism.
Legal people here trying to make it in this country like millions of other immigrants have had in America. And what Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and MAGA is doing is disgraceful and un-American.
But I do believe that J.D. did initially receive those phone calls, as Brian referenced. He talked about that on CNN as well. I think, however, once it came out that the video that was being surfaced was, again, from my hometown of Canton, not from Springfield, I think there could have been a correction there. But again, this is a legitimate issue in Springfield that I think, unfortunately,
She
now...
it could have been a correction. It should have been. I'm sorry. It could have been. No, it should have been a correction. It was a lie. You correct the lie. Listen, people. If I say some shit on this show and I make a I misspeak or I said some shit that's wrong, and y'all check me on it, whatever it is, and I find out, yeah, damn, I was wrong about that. I come in, I apologize. Yes, I'm wrong. I apologize. That's how that goes. Don't tell me a motherfucker should have did that. Or tell me I should have did it. Or I'm sorry, I could have did it. No, I should have did it. If I'm a decent human being, if I want y'all to respect what I'm saying. He coulda. We coulda do a lot of shit. That don't mean motherfucking thing. They lied about the Haitians. Listen, people, people think I'm upset about this because they was Haitian, because they black folks. Nigga, if this was Mexicans, I still would have a problem with that. It was Chinese people, I would still have a fucking problem with that. This ain't because they black. They was... Let me just say this. It was some shit Putin came out and was talking about, or I think it was Putin and Netanyahu come out talking that gangster shit to America. They nuclear war. Nigga, first of all, Putin, fuck you, nigga. You already on the edge. You don't want no war with us. See, first of all, Putin, let me explain something to you very, very clearly. You ain't a part of the G shit. You ain't a part of the our shit. What we got with other countries. Motherfucker, we go to war with you, nigga. You think it's just gonna be America? You really truly think that? That goes to any of you stupid ass countries out there that ain't a part of the alliance. I want Putin's stupid ass to know you having problems with motherfucking the Ukraine. And all we doing is giving them money and giving them weapons. And you still can't take over their country. Fuck out of here. Your military ain't like that, bitch. Because you got a couple of nukes. Don't mean shit. Don't mean a motherfucking thing. We can blow your nukes up in the air when you try to shoot them bitches off. See, you stupid. You don't got what we got. Talking about you going in some nuclear war. Man, fuck you, Putin. I seen that shit earlier. I was like, this nigga Putin is out of control. This motherfucker either lost his damn mind. You ain't like that, Putin. Don't get that shit twisted, motherfucker. We'll take your whole country out. Fuck are you talking about? The only reason we won't get involved and fuck Russia up is because we will hurt innocent people around the regions of Russia. That's the only reason. Fuck you talking about? You think, I'm be honest about this. You think America give a fuck that you'll send a nuke over here and maybe take out California and maybe another state? Bitch, we'll take your whole country out. You'll take one of our states or two out. Okay. We'll take your whole motherfucking country out. Talking that gangster shit. Fuck out here, Putin. We don't even need our allies, nigga. We'll take you out. What the fuck are you talking about? You can't, nigga, you at war with Ukraine. Fuck are you talking about? No disrespect to Ukraine people. But I'm just saying. Ukraine ain't that big, nigga. Fuck out of here. Just we giving them guns, allies and everybody supporting them, giving them guns and shit. We ain't even got troops on the ground. And Putin talking that gangster shit. Fuck you, Putin. Fuck you talking about? We'll fuck you up. And no disrespect to the Russian people, because I'm not saying all the Russian people feel the way Putin feel. But come on, man. We was on some real gangster shit. Nigga, we talking that shit, nigga, we take your whole country out. And don't give a fuck. Fuck you talking about? We care about the Russian people that live in that country and the people surrounding that. We don't give a fuck about you, Putin. That's why you are known as a dictator. That's why you are known as a fucking bitch ass motherfucker. Fuck are you talking about, Putin? And that go for Netanyahu too. Bitch, you lucky. You lucky. And hopefully, sooner or later, Vice President Harris, if she win, hopefully she get in there and she say, hey, fuck Netanyahu and the Israel government. We ain't giving y'all shit. Hopefully she do that. Fuck you talking about? And listen, to my Israel people in this country, I see y'all got your flags up, and we not talking about y'all. But the Israel government is trash. They trash. And I know that's y'all country, that's where y'all, some of y'all people come from, some of y'all Jewish people. Come on, man. If y'all not seeing what we seeing, listen, Em, they don't want that war, bro. Netanyahu don't want no war. He don't want no war with us. He don't want no war with us. Or motherfucking Russia. They don't want no motherfucking war with us, bitch. Them bitch ass motherfuckers. They don't want no war. They don't want no war. They ain't built like that. Your army ain't like that. You got a nuke and you think you got a couple of nukes and you think you tough. The fuck out of here. We can blow a couple of nukes out in the air. Nigga, you must don't know about America. Nigga, oh, we got some nukes. We got more nukes than anybody in the world. Let's be real. We got more nukes than anybody in the world. Good nukes, nigga, we can fuck a couple of them up. In the air, when you launch them bitches. Fuck are you talking about? You shoot 2, we shooting about 5 of them bitches. We gonna try to knock a couple of them bitches out in the air, and then a couple of them gonna come, the rest of them gonna come. Fuck wrong with y'all? Listen, when motherfuckers in America, we say we the most powerful country in the world, that's what we mean. You think we just got one nuke on every country? No. No. Sorry to tell you that. Let me say this to Americans that ain't educated in a lot of this shit. We got nukes around in your cities, in your towns. You think it's just a military base. But it's nukes there. It's nukes there. And you don't even know that. Because you know why? Because you can't get close to it and you don't know the information. What the fuck are y'all talking about, man? Ain't nobody scared of... Listen, America ain't scared of no country. No country outside of us. We ain't scared of no motherfucking war with no motherfucking dictator country. Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck who it is. We just try to keep the peace a little bit because America is capitalist. We capitalist people. So we trying to make money. That's all it is. Fuck out of here. You ain't scared of no motherfucking Putin. Let's go to a quick commercial break, people. We'll be right back. All right, people, we back from a quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real, Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel. It's down there scrolling below the screen. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building. And okay, people, listen. Make sure you guys share the videos, man. It keeps the movement pushing. But yeah, man, I'm sorry I went off like that, man, because I didn't like what I heard from Putin. Like, he acting like we supposed to be scared. Him and Netanyahu, them motherfuckers starting to get on my nerves. Like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. Y'all ain't even like that. You only exist because we allow you bitch-ass motherfuckers to exist. And like I keep trying to tell motherfuckers like this, no lie to y'all. Honestly, Democrats is soft. And Donald Trump, his goofy ass. Then he loved dictators. He want to be one, so he's soft. He's very, very soft on them. Listen, if this was George Bush or Clinton and Netanyahu or Russia was talking this gangster shit like that, nigga, man. All right, man. Let's move on, man. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. George Bush or Clinton wouldn't put up with this shit. They'd have been like, what? What you talking about, bitch? Who the fuck you talking to? Let's try and be real.
Unfortunately, now we're distracted from talking about
What's
because
the
of the
legitimate
eating of
issue?
the cats and dogs.
The immigration issue?
The immigration
Or the
policy
fact that-
changes that led to the influx of this large of amount of people in an area that was a small town like Springfield. And so they don't have the resources to handle what has gone on there. I mean, you're talking about over 4,000 people who are on federal assistance.
Ma'am, it's okay to have that conversation. The problem is that it started off on some racist shit. We could have had this conversation. See, this is the problem with Trump supporters. They want to go back, oh, let's just have a conversation now. Let's ignore the racist shit that happened. No. Your party was being racist. You just want to ignore that. No, we could have had this conversation. But y'all had to be racist about it and bigoted about it. So no, ma'am. We need to just have this conversation. Get the fuck out of here, man. Listen, like I said, if you be racist to me, I ain't trying to have no conversation with you out of that. That's how normal people think. But I guess we live in this 2024 era where everybody lost a lot of people lost their goddamn mind. Thinking we still can have a conversation with people saying racist and bigoted shit to us. And then they acting like, oh, no. Let's just have a conversation, though. See, now I got your attention because I was being racist. What? So you think the only way you can have a conversation with me is to be racist? About an issue? Nah, fuck all that. Anyway, let's move on.
Federal assistance, over 6,000 people who are non-citizens receiving Medicaid. And then, of course, you're talking about a very small school system where you had just a year ago 151 Haitian Creole speaking students. Now you have
Hold
over
on.
600.
And let me just say the arrogance about Americans. If we ever, because we one of the biggest countries in the world, right? If we ever had a national disaster, like some of these other countries, where this shit affects, it takes over half of the country. You see what happened in the COVID? Our motherfuckers lost their damn mind, right? But imagine a national disaster like an earthquake, a tornado, fucked up half of the country. You know how fucked up we'll be? How can the other half of the country take care of another half of the country? These bitches already bitching and complaining about immigrants coming over here. So imagine American citizens, half of the country, get fucked up in a national disaster, and they got to come to another side of the country. Well, we got to take care of them. Just trying to tell y'all, that's where the racism come in. And like I told you, it boils down to America is spoiled. Because we ain't really seen a real national disaster where this shit took out half of the country. To where, like, some of us may flee to Mexico or some other countries and shit. We ain't never had to do that. So we so arrogant, and, oh, they need to come over here. And a lot of the shit, the reason why a lot of these immigrants come over here is because of what we're doing over in their countries. Picking their presidents and dictators. Fucked up their economy because we greedy. Nobody want to talk about that. Let's just blame the immigrants coming over. They keep coming over here. Ew. You don't want to talk about why they coming, though. But anyway, let's move on. That's like they try to blame Vice President Harris. Oh, well, she's the border oligarch or whatever the fuck that is. She's supposed to took care that she was in control of that. You know where she was? She wasn't just at the border. Nigga, she went over to other countries to try to figure out what the fuck is going on in your country. That y'all people keep coming to our shit. That's what the fuck she was doing. And then mind you, she go back, she tell Biden, okay, administration, what's going on? Biden say to our Congress, this is what we doing. You know ain't nobody in Congress gave a fuck about that? Nobody talk about that. We've been fucking up other countries for decades. And then motherfuckers say, oh, immigrants keep coming over here. They keep coming. But you keep passing policies. You let George Bush do what he did. And plenty of other motherfuckers go over in other countries and take over their countries and put dictators in. The fuck out of here, man. Listen, I always told y'all, I have no problem with immigrants coming over here. As long as you come the right way, I have no fucking problem. Because I know what our fucking country did to their countries. Because I'm educated, so I know better. So I ain't sitting there saying all these damn Haitians and Mexicans and shit. Venezuela, motherfucker. No, nigga, I ain't got no problem with that. Because I know why a lot of them here. Let's move on.
600. That's very expensive for them to find translators and very difficult for them to even
Right,
find
and that
these
was a big enough
translators.
story to just tell the truth about that.
That's right.
But the problem
Yeah,
is
I mean,
because you have so many people
I
out there
think
that
that
are
we-
Republicans
hold on,
that are now
hold
talking
on.
about the eating of the cats and dogs, we've been distracted and not able to talk about
Why
that.
are we distracted?
But those,
Because Donald Trump and
No,
JD Vance
but,
perpetuated the
I
lie.
think that that's what Madison just said.
I mean, that's
she's
literally
saying
what
that
I just
Right.
said.
She's trying to say, oh, well, it is a distraction, but we can't talk about it. But you keep talking about the issue. We can't get past the talk about the issue that you want to talk about because your party, being racist and trying to distract us, fearmonger. So we can't talk about the issue. But like I told you, these people on live TV, they're not stupid. They're very educated. They know exactly what they're doing. But they're trying to mislead uneducated voters. That's the issue. There are men that, yeah, we shouldn't be doing this racist shit, but this is the issue. It's been an issue. But we can't get to the issue that you want to talk about because your party is on some racist shit and you're sitting on national TV still defending it. But anyway, let's move on.
said 3 times. There were people out there that
issue.
continue to double down on it. Obviously, this is, I believe, something that they legitimately were told, and I think JD should believe his constituents. But once we saw that, again, the video come out, people like me who are saying, hey, this is not the facts about where this video came from or who this person is in the video, I think we should then turn around and refocus back on it.
First of all, you're talking about people that can find out information very fast, very. You talking about a dude that's running for a vice president, and Trump running for president. They got connects. They can find out situations very quicker than we can. They got bigger connections than we do. They can find out shit. She acted like, you know, it was so hard for her to figure this shit out. I mean, so hard for JD Vance and them to figure this out. It's not. It fit their narrative. So that's why they ran with it, and they continue to run with it. They ain't apologizing for it. See, you keep she just want to keep on jumping to the issue. But they never apologized for how they created the issue. So if you can't apologize and they can't take responsibility for it, I'm not getting over it. I know it's an immigration issue. I know we got borders issues. I get that. But I can't get over the racism. Sorry. Because you know why? Because I have morals and principles. And you're talking about legal immigrants that came to the country, came the legal way. It ain't like the government don't know who they are. These motherfuckers are working 9 to 5 jobs. The people in that town saying, hey, we're glad they here. And your party is still saying, we got an issue though there. What? Let me explain something to y'all very clearly. In South Springs or whatever in Ohio, people, the rate of people in that country, in that town, was going down. People left that town under Trump because it wasn't no jobs there. Right? These Haitian immigrants came in. Yes, of course it's going to be a difficult thing. You got the Haitian immigrant. It's a whole culture or whatever. But they ain't hurting nobody. It's just, listen, the most it can do, right, is make you uncomfortable. Right? But that's life. Right? So, the Haitians came here. Came in that city. And the white people that own businesses around that town saying, hey, politicians, everybody, fuck with the racist voters, the people that live in the community. You know it's gonna be racist people there. Fuck them. That's how I feel. They shit don't matter to me. We keep acting like we care about racist people. I don't care about you racist pieces of shit. The people saying, no, man, hey, man. They building our economy in our town. They working jobs. Basically what they say, they're working jobs that we ain't trying to work. The one thing that people keep rarely forgetting, Americans Nigga, we don't want to work these jobs that a lot of these immigrants taking. That's why we quit or we move away to try to find something better. But the immigrants, they come over here, they'll work them bullshit ass jobs. But somehow we mad at them for working at the jobs that we won't work. That don't make any sense. Oh, when Trump said, oh, they're taking away jobs from black people. Black people don't want to work them motherfucking jobs because they don't pay shit. If that's the fucking case, why we ain't still working there? If these immigrants just came over here and they coming over here and they took our jobs, you think it's that easy for them motherfuckers to come over here and take our jobs? If we really want to work it, think about it. They're not taking no fucking jobs that we want. They're taking jobs we don't want. And you notice the racist white people that say black jobs. What? Nigga, I don't want to work at McDonald's. I don't want to work at no factory that's mistreating people. And I worked there before. They ain't taking my job, nigga. I don't want to work there. Fuck are you talking about black jobs? Because they look, Trump and his administration look at black people. That's where you supposed to be. You poor niggas. The Republican Party, the Trump people, that's where you supposed to work. You don't supposed to be no higher than those. And no disrespect to those people's jobs. I'm not trying to disrespect that. Because I appreciate those jobs. But black people don't want to work those jobs. That's like telling black people, hey, hey man, we got a job for you in the field. Pay $8 an hour. You gotta work 10 hours a day. That ain't shit. Because you doing way more than just picking fruit and shit for 8 hours. Because they got at certain jobs, they have a quota. That quota is higher than what you can actually do. Like I told y'all, it was some shit that one of my managers said to me. And it pissed me off and I had to check that nigga. Black dude. Oh, nigga, you only work 3 days a week. I said, nigga, but I work my ass off. I work harder than motherfuckers that work 4 or 5 days a week. And they burn themselves out because you niggas burn them out. You burn them niggas out. My job ain't easy. Nigga, listen. If I was maybe in my 20s or early 30s, yeah, I probably would do 4 or 5 days a week. I'm 40-something years old. Nigga, I ain't working no motherfucking 4 or 5 days a week. Nigga, I promised myself a long time ago, nigga, I don't work harder. I work smarter. Fuck out of here. And when he told me that shit, I was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I say, but hey, ain't I'm always at the top of the list? See, I told him, you burn all them niggas out. And they fuck up. They ain't in fantastic because we got like this rate thing, right? I'm always in fantastic. The 3 days I work, motherfuckers work 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week. Them motherfuckers never in fantastic. Because you burning them out. And mind you, I work jobs. he around my age. I think he maybe like a year or two older than me. This nigga probably ain't worked more jobs than me. Right? And actually, I know for a fact he didn't. Because we had this conversation. But, nigga, I've been at different businesses. I know how this shit work. You burn niggas out. And when you burn niggas out, they make mistakes. When you don't care about your employees, you burn them out. Fuck out of here. So when I go to work and shit, the other drivers and shit, they be like, yo, Kenny, yo, they don't play with you like that. Cause nigga, no. I don't play those games. I ain't gonna complain about shit. That's me. I'm a hard worker. I don't complain about shit. But when I feel that you doing some fuck shit, I stand on business. My wife tell me all the time, every time you see something wrong, you ain't gotta speak on it. No, I have to. I gotta speak on it. That's how I'm built. I wouldn't be who the fuck I am if I don't speak on shit. And my wife looked at me, she was like, you right, babe. I got you. Got your back. Like, yo, nah, man. You can't talk to me like that. Oh, you only work 3 days a week. Nigga, I'm still one of your best drivers. Motherfuckers work 4 or 5 days a week, and I'm still one of your best drivers. Even if I work 4 or 5 days, I still be one of your best drivers. Fuck are you talking about? But you burning niggas out. And I notice when people get in powerful positions, listen, I got a lot of respect for, you know, my guy that's the manager and shit. Got love for him. But, you know, I told you some people get in those positions and they talk down. They're like, and then they'd be like, oh, well, I did this before and shit like that. But you supposed to use what you did, you did what others doing. You're supposed to use it as inspiration, not to like tear people down. Of like, nigga, because when he talk, he be like, I did this, so you niggas can't tell me that you can't do this. Like, yo, you don't know what people going through, bro. You don't know what people going through. But people are like that. That's what I'm saying. And I got a lot of love for him, but yo, nigga, I don't play with him like that. When I knew he was doing that shit to other people, nigga, I don't play with him like that. That's why motherfuckers be like, yo, Kenny, yo, you be wildin'. Man, I'll be like, man, fuck that shit. Nigga, I got a problem, nigga, I speak on it. I don't bite my tongue. I worked at jobs where I bit my tongue. Watching people take advantage of me, take advantage of people around me. No, I don't do that. I got morals and principles, nigga, and I ain't scared, nigga. You take that job, nigga, I'm good. I'll find another one. I got money. I got a couple dollars. I ain't say I got a whole bunch of money, but I got a couple dollars. I told everybody, like, I took a whole year off when I left that other job. I remember Shay got up, she was like, you should have stayed, blah, 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 did all these things. Man, fuck that. You know, disrespect to my sister, I said, man, fuck that, man. I will never allow people to disrespect me like that. I felt disrespected. I don't play that shit. Money ain't that big of a deal to me. First of all, and me as a person, I'm a natural born hustler. So I'm a hustle. I'm going to get some money. You know what I mean? I'll bust my ass. That's just me. But, nigga, I don't live for money. Like I told you, I lived that life before where I live for money. Nigga, it ain't good. And I lived the worstest circumstance. I look at this shit now and I ain't even in the streets, and I look at this shit is like, yo, it's almost like integrity at this point. Nigga, I got integrity. Ain't nobody gonna bitch me like that. I don't give a fuck who they are. I don't care. I respect my morals, nigga. I live on my morals. I don't give a fuck. Fuck a job. Fuck anybody. Fuck that shit. You don't get to change my morals, nigga. I work hard to my moral, who I am as a moral person. I work hard at that. I lost a lot of people to even get the morals that I had. I lost a lot of people. I took shit from them. Hey, I can't do that though. Can't like that. And niggas died. Now fuck that, man. I don't let nobody punk me, man. And that goes for the rest of y'all. Don't ever let nobody disrespect you. I don't give a fuck what their position is. Yeah, it's a way you can handle it, but you better be stern about how you speak to that motherfucker. Pull that motherfucker to the side. I don't give a fuck if it's a boss or whoever it is. Your manager, your supervisor. Pull him to the side. Hey, man, please don't talk to me like that, man. I'm going to do what I do. I'm a good worker, but don't disrespect me. You got to talk to people, man. Don't let people punk you, man. It was crazy because at my last job, even though my dad had rank, I could have just got behind my dad with his rank and just been average. Ain't say nothing, just been average. My dad had rank the last job I had. I ain't had to say nothing. All that do is just be average. Let motherfuckers disrespect and be what it is and shit like that. Don't say nothing. I could have did all that. My dad, he retired from that fucking job. My dad put like 25 years in. It wasn't me though. I ain't built like that. My dad used to always tell me, hey, you know I got you, nigga, I'll pull you. Good? I ain't want my dad help to do that. Motherfuckers want to fuck with me, scare tactics to tell motherfuckers, oh, that's my son, don't fuck with him. I watch other people that had their kids or family members or friends and shit inside that shit. And these motherfuckers wasn't talented. They couldn't do the job or nothing like that. Right? And they was getting away with shit because of their family. I ain't never want that. I tell people this all the time. Reason I quit my last job, a motherfucker, I checked the dude. He was younger than me. But his mother was higher up like my dad was. And my dad was retired at the time because it probably would have got handled. But, you know, I ain't give a fuck. I just how I am. And the motherfucker talked that shit to me. Right? And I told that motherfucker, hey, man, it wasn't about me being older than him. It was like, it don't give a fuck if you older or younger than me. That's how I am. I mean, this is how I am. I don't care. You ain't gonna disrespect me. I don't give a fuck what your age is, what your race is. I don't care. You're not doing that to me. And that motherfucker said some shit to me. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. You don't talk to me like that, man. I said, if I got a problem with you, I'll tell you. And motherfucker, he took that shit and he ran with it. He tried to lie and say, oh, I had to pull him up and me and him got in this big confrontation. And we ain't getting in no confrontation. I told you, I ain't got no beef with you. What you mad about? I told him, what you mad about? Yeah, I was upset at the minute that you motherfuckers was standing around. Y'all, it's almost like y'all waited till I got dead and y'all want to start doing work. That was my issue. And it wasn't directly to you. It was directly to all of y'all. Y'all sit around, y'all wait till I get in, and now you niggas want to do work. Because we had like a load coming in or something. Like, you know, we had like shit coming in, like, you know, we had like wax and toilet paper, all, you know, all the stock shit, right? And motherfuckers, it seemed like they would wait till I get in there and they want to do something. Like, what, nigga, you the supervisor. And why you ain't pushing motherfuckers to do something? They will wait till I get in there and want to do something. Right? And I'm not even a supervisor on that level at that time. I'm a supervisor, but I'm not on, like, you know, at that moment. And the motherfucking man, you know, like I told you, when you ain't got leadership skills and a leader come in, niggas ain't the same. Motherfuckers always acting like they like that, but they ain't like that. Everybody pretend, a lot of people pretend that they leaders, but they not. Because they don't even know how to conduct themselves when sometimes you know, you can get into it with people and you know that you can roast their ass, right? But it's a de-escalating situations that way you actually give a fuck about a motherfucker. You don't want to have that confrontation, so you kind of, hey man, it ain't like that, bro. Let's talk about it. But everybody ain't got that. See, I've been through a lot of fuck shit, so a lot of times people be thinking that I'm gonna flip out on people, and I don't. I actually genuinely don't. But I don't let nobody punk me. That ain't happening. I don't give a fuck who you are. That's not happening. I may have love for you. You could be blood to me. Ain't no nigga punking me. No motherfucking body. I don't give a fuck who you are. You ain't punking me. I told you. See, I'm a different breed, nigga, and I come from a different era. You had to kill me, bro. I ain't with that fuck shit. I got love for people, but you ain't punking me, nigga. You try to punk me, nigga, that shit can go left. And we can talk about killing each other at that point. Cause I ain't trying to knock you that you ain't the real nigga, but I'm who I am. That's how that go. And let me just say this too, before I move on. Let me say this to all the OBF members. We ain't speak, not like that. Still watch out shit, right? If you niggas are still mad, that's on y'all, bro. I ain't mad at y'all. I wish we can talk, squash a lot of that shit, because I ain't mad about nothing like y'all mad about. Like I told you, if I was really upset with you, when you motherfuckers leave your you know, you get in the comments, say your shit or whatever, say what's up with me, I wouldn't acknowledge you. Honestly, if I was really mad at you like that, or if it was really a situation, but I don't do that. So if y'all still mad and y'all can't have a conversation with me or whatever, and let's squash this shit, then nigga, that's on y'all, man. That ain't on me, man. So that's why I don't get upset, cause that's not on me. We had a little beef or whatever, man. Come on, man. Fuck out of here. This OBF member still sitting out here acting like they still mad at me. What you mad at me about? I've been me. Ain't changed. I'm still here. Grown a little bit. I ain't gonna say that. I did grow a little bit. I got a little bit more mature. I ain't gonna lie about that. And I'm just always been raw. But I ain't never changed, nigga. So I want the motherfuckers to know that. I ain't got no beef. But if y'all mad at me, y'all still mad at me from OBF members, y'all still mad at me, y'all want to call in, squash no shit, nigga, that's on y'all, man. Ain't got nothing to do with me, man. And I ain't losing no sleep over it. Because like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with me. You motherfuckers got your own personal issues with that. Because I ain't mad about none of that shit. I love y'all, got love for y'all. And if we ever have a conversation about it, we have a conversation about it. It is what it is. But I ain't gonna be mad about it. I ain't got that motherfucking... Listen, I've been a motherfucker that really, back in the day, it was like, took shit personal. And I probably shouldn't have. But even with a lot of us, like, I took some shit personal, but I'm really like past that shit. Like, it's not that personal to me. And now if it's personal to you, we can talk about it, but it's not personal to me. I don't get into that bullshit. But anyway, let's move on.
I would add one part to this conversation. Let's be clear about the TPS program. It has been so riddled with fraud with respect to the Haitian immigrants. It's been stopped. So we can't talk about this program being successful, because if it is successful, it'd still be continuing. They'd still be, filling communities with these people. But it was so filled with fraud that they stopped the program, and they stopped it for a reason. And that's where we have to go to. Is now we know that the program is stopped. So why don't we analyze some of the fraud that's taking place? This is clearly an issue. We've
I
dealt
think
with
that's
it all the time.
let me just
First of all, that is a distraction. That is, you're trying to distract from the racism. Because listen, this piece of shit, we can have that conversation. But you ain't got to be racist about it. You ain't got to defend racism about it. That the people in your party that's being racist, you don't got to defend it. We can have a conversation that there's some fraud shit going on that ain't right or whatever with the immigration thing that Biden did. We can have that conversation, but you don't got to be racist about it. But like I said, we in a time right now where racism matters. They keep talking about, race don't matter on the Republican Party, but all they do, they're talking about identity politics. Shout out to my brother LT. He said that shit. Like, they keep talking about no identity politics, but that's all they doing. Identity politics. You can't ignore their race, because you keep bringing up their race as far as the immigrants. So, you don't see race? So why are you, if you don't see race, what immigrants you talking about then? Because you ain't talking about white immigrants that coming over here. You only talking about the motherfuckers come from across the border. Or the Haitians. The Mexicans and the Haitians. That's all you talking about. Venezuela, all them. The fuck out of here with that, man. But anyway, let's move on.
with all due respect, that is a complete distraction.
It is a complete truth,
It is a
too.
complete
the
distraction.
It ain't no
distraction
truth.
From
From
what
the
you want to hear, but from what voters want to hear is, why is this program
First
broken?
of all, no, that's what you lying about. And listen, you talking about, that's what the voters want to hear. No, that's maybe what the Trump supporters want to hear about how dangerous and fear-mongering of immigrants coming over here. That's what your base want to hear. But that ain't what the people as a whole want to hear. That's a lie. And I mean, listen, and I'll be real with you about it. As a black man in this country, I don't give a fuck about that immigration shit. I genuinely don't. There's number one, I'm educated. But the other part about it is that, nigga, I know about immigration. And I know what the government does. So if I know about it, I ain't that mad about it. And like I'll put it like this. It ain't an immigrant that in my life that ever stole a job from me. Now I need to, this is we need to be asked to American people, regardless what color skin you are. Name a job that was taken from you from an immigrant. I guarantee you can't name it. Because you lost jobs. If you lost a job, it wasn't because of the immigrant. You lost a fucking job because our government was allowing our companies to go overseas. That had nothing to do with immigrants. They came over in our country. Now, you can blame Democrats and Republicans for that. But that ain't got nothing to do with a fucking immigrant. And then you talking about working at a McDonald's or some shit like that. Who the fuck want to work at a McDonald's? Who? And no disrespect to the people that work at McDonald's. I'm not trying to disrespect their occupation. But let's be real. Motherfuckers acting like, oh, even construction jobs. You know why that they hire immigrants to work those jobs? Because they qualified. A lot of you niggas in America ain't qualified to work at construction jobs. Facts. You think I'm lying about it? Look it up. Google it. I mean, do your homework. A lot of you niggas in America can't do construction jobs. You ain't qualified. You ain't went to school. You ain't learned the trade. But them motherfucking Mexicans, they come over here, they're qualified. They do infrastructure. Where they come from. You think I'm lying about it? Google it. Do information on it. And tell me if I'm lying. See, you let these racist ass white people, black folks, and some of our minority people, y'all sit here and let these motherfucking racists lie to y'all. They don't even want to get y'all qualified for nothing. Let me give y'all something real. Right? When I'm working at the job I work at, right? Driving, right? I don't even like driving. Right? But I kept telling my wife, if I got like a driving job that I got, I love it. Right? If it meant something for me to do. The bad part about it is that some days I don't like doing that shit because I get bored. That's just my own personal thing. But I'm actually good at doing what I do. So I kind of, as much as I don't like, you know, I have certain days I don't like shit, I actually like what I do. Right? So listen, I'm at work every day. Now, mind you, I can sit there and say every day it's enough money for me to get in from the job. Right? You got, and I work 3 days a week. These motherfuckers working 4 or 5 days a week. And there ain't enough money for them. So for me to sit there and act like, oh, these niggas bitching and complaining. They not bitching and complaining. Because they don't live my lifestyle. I'm good. I go, listen, I told y'all I can go a whole, it happened. I went a whole year without working. And I was fine. What motherfuckers can do that? And this was after the pandemic. So motherfuckers, I'm always the pandemic. No, this was after that. It was after the pandemic. Motherfuckers sit there and, nah. Let's go to a quick commercial break, people. We're right back. All right, people, we're back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel? It's down there strolling below the screen. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building. And make sure you guys share the videos, man. It keeps the movement pushing. But anyway, I'm just saying, man. People lie to themselves. Been doing this shit for a long time. And people, I think the thing about me was I worked at a lot of jobs. And my personality is crazy, right? So I don't like I just do different shit. Right? I can't be a motherfucker that no, this job is that and it's that and it's this and it's that. I don't do that. And like I said, I'm a little blessed in that in a way too, because my wife is who she is, right? So I wouldn't be able to do certain shit I do or handle certain shit I do, or you know what I mean, or move the way I do if it wasn't for her. You get what I mean? So I can say fuck that job. You know what I mean? Because I got a strong black woman behind me. Like I told y'all, if I ain't working, I ain't bringing no money in, nigga, she can pay all these bills. That's the type of spouse you want. You know what I mean? And it's vice versa for her. Nigga, I pay all these bills if I want to. You know what I mean? She ain't gotta work. My wife, listen, my wife ain't worked since she retired. We good. Fuck you think we pay a lot of these bills? We do this shit together. And shout out my wife. Like I told everybody, I try to tell everybody, like, my wife is the strongest person I ever met in my life. That's the love of my life. That woman is the strongest person I ever met. The most loyal person. And I grew up around real street niggas. She loyal to me. That woman is loyal to me. I don't... Nigga, we ain't... Listen. We argue, whatever. We get in our little shit or whatever. That's my wife, though. But that's my best friend. See, motherfuckers don't really understand. That's my best friend. She my best friend in the world. So, yeah, we argue, whatever, but that's the love of my life. That's my best friend. She all in one. And if you want to go on some hood shit, nigga, she my baby mama. Okay? But she the mother of my child. Nigga, we good. We good. Man, her is good. I love that woman. That woman is everything to me. You don't find that. That's why niggas, you see niggas out here all the time and women. You see them all out here all the time trying to find that dude. The problem is your expectations is too high. That goes for men and women. Your expectations is high. You trying to find a motherfucker. Listen, it's old school, a little in a way, but I'm gonna just tell y'all something. I'm gonna be real about it. And I'm gonna give my wife her props because she deserve it. Listen, I wouldn't even be who I am morally or my personality or who I am if she didn't rock with me. Like, she didn't fuck with me. Like, you know what I mean? She believed in me. You know what I mean? That's my wife. Like, that's how I look at it now, but if you look at it, my wife was different. She wasn't like every woman I ever been with. My wife accepted me. She know all my pain. She know all my secrets. We was having this conversation. It was crazy because me and my wife, we was having this conversation. And we was talking about Diddy. And I was saying, like, I don't want to say this, but it need to be said. Like, everybody keep giving Cassie this pass. Let me just tell y'all on real talk. Listen, even if you're in an abusive relationship, right? A woman still have a little bit of a power, right? Because now your goofy ass, regardless if you fucked up or not, because you a hurt nigga, right? You're a hurt motherfucker. You damaged. You're gonna start telling the woman that you with, that you sleeping with, you with all the time, and you really care for, right? You're going to tell her all your flaws. Every flaw you got, you gonna tell her. And my wife agreed with me. Not fully, but she agreed with me partly. And I told her, I say, she knew who this nigga was at the 5 years. So everything after that, she knew how to play this nigga, even though he still was the nigga he was. Talking about Diddy. But she knew who this nigga was. And she played that nigga too. She knew who he was. Right? And so it was like my wife. I said to my wife, I said, you knew who I was at the 5 years, right or wrong. So yeah. She knew me. Knew all my flaws. Everything. That woman, she knew I had a disability of, you know what I mean, how I receive shit. She knew all that. And I was very, very, how you put it, like, very self-conscious of it, right? Very scared. Motherfuckers knew about, I don't learn like everybody else. I learn a different type of way. I receive shit a certain type of way. I didn't never tell nobody that. Nobody knew that shit, but she did. She knew everything about me. That's what I'm saying. Your woman know, a woman know all your secrets if she gets you. Now understand, I was telling her, I say, if you a nigga like how I was, niggas that like to play hard to get, act like they all that and shit, and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, this nigga playing hard to get? Oh, hold on, let me put the pressure on this nigga. And women do that. I said, babe, am I lying about that? She said, no, you right. Nigga, I'm gonna tell y'all, men do that. Men think they in control of a relationship. You ain't in no fucking control of no relationship with no woman. You can be all the player, the good looking nigga. You could be a good looking nigga fucking with a chick that's ugly. Right? That you think that ain't that attractive. I say that. right? Because I don't want to be disrespectful. That ain't attractive. But understand something. Let me tell you some real shit. I ran into a lot of unattractive women that you would think that's unattractive that got good pussy. You get with a lot of women that look very good and they pussy is trash. Pussy trash. So that's why you see a lot of dudes, they go out and they cheat on that. They be like, yo, she fine as shit. Cause the pussy trash. That's why a nigga cheat on a fine ass woman. Hey nigga, you gonna cheat on that woman like, cause her pussy trash. Excuse me. Women that you think that's unattractive got good pussy. Good pussy. Cause see, the culture tells you, get that fine ass woman. She look good. Whole time, it's very rare that good looking ass woman that they tell you to get, oh, you fucked her? Oh, her pussy trash. Her pussy is trash. It's trash. Let's be real. Motherfuckers want to sit out here. Y'all want to be real? Let's be real. A lot of these, they got the big asses because they done bought the BBLs and all. Man, that pussy trash. Listen, people. I fucked a stripper chick one time. You would think, oh, that pussy gonna be good because she a stripper. She freaky. She don't know how to make love, bro. All she know how is to have rough sex. She don't know how to fuck. She don't know how to give you that pussy and put it on you. She don't know how to do that. You motherfuckers keep. Society pushes a narrative, right? If you single, yes, okay. I get it. But if you want to settle down with a man or a woman, they gotta know how to fuck. Sorry. They gotta know how to fuck. And they gotta show some love and be romantic. Honestly. You need that. Don't be out here fucking these chicks, man. I mean, if you're gonna be out here fucking these chicks, but understand, don't be looking for nothing else. Just look at on some whole shit. Look at some shit that you just fucking the chick. Don't be looking at, you know. Don't be looking at nothing else. Just look at it on some whole shit. I keep trying to tell niggas that. And women. If a dude is a hoe out here, that's all he gonna do. He not gonna try to give you that dick like that. He gonna not trying to make love to you. And it's right, and it's the same thing vice versa with women. That way ain't no woman gonna try to give you that romantic pussy to put it on you. She gonna just try to give you that shit that she think that you know, she do splits, ass big, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's it. Can I say this to a lot of brothers out here? Can I just say this, right? No disrespect. A lot of you niggas, y'all only fuck chicks because you think, you think that pussy is so good because simple fact, she bad. She look good. And her pussy might be a little wet. That's how you look at that. But at the end of the day, bro, no. That's why you niggas ended up single, ain't got nobody. You niggas get mad at chicks you don't like the women. Prime example, Corey Holcomb. That nigga don't like women. They don't like hoes. There's certain dudes out here that only like hoes. Because that only fit their narrative. They think that women's supposed to be that way. They don't think that they're supposed to go through a struggle. They don't think that that woman is going to get tired of your ass if you ain't doing right. You know what I'm saying? But think about it. A lot of those same niggas, right, that I'm talking about, they'd call me a sucker nigga. Oh, nigga, you know, you scared of women. I ain't scared of no fucking woman. First of all, nigga, I ain't scared of nobody. That's number one. But number two, I ain't scared of no motherfucking woman. Nigga, if I feel the way I feel, I speak that shit to my wife. I don't sugarcoat nothing. My wife would tell you that. Love my life. I tell her, I don't, whatever. My wife would get mad at me a lot of times. She like, too raw. Says, watch your mouth. My wife would tell me that. Fuck that. The problem is that you niggas ain't as sensitive, ain't got enough sensitivity to talk to these women. You think, I gotta be this man, this dude, like that, and you gonna die that way. Hoes is hoes, man. And I'm not trying to call women hoes and shit like that. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying you got plenty of women that's gonna be hoes. You got plenty of dudes that's gonna be fuck niggas that's gonna pay for pussy. That's what they do. These niggas ain't real motherfuckers. They just out here because that's all they can do because they ain't nobody. They can't be stable. They can't love somebody. They can't take somebody's situation of like understanding, like, you know, some people ain't like you. They don't think like you. I told a motherfucker like I told one of my homeboys this and shit. We had this conversation. This was years ago though, right? But I told my homeboy this. Cause he asked me about the situation. I told that nigga, I said, hey man, that's you, bro. You like drama. Nigga. And my nigga, no lie to you, I told him, straight up, nigga, you cheat on her. Fuck you mad at her for? You don't trust her. That's why you cheat on her. Nigga looked at me like I was crazy. Like, no, nigga, you cheat on her. So you acting like, oh, you acting like, oh, she somehow, some way, you don't think that she would cheat on you? Nigga, you think that about her. Ain't no motherfucking vibe between y'all, what you think it is. It's not a vibe. There ain't no trust issues there. She don't trust you like that, nigga, because you don't trust her. You don't think that she, because you don't trust her. You think that she trusts you and you don't trust her. You think, oh, she's supposed to trust you even though you don't trust her. And you don't show her or nothing like that. Listen, people, I've been doing this shit a long time. Been married for a long time, right? Let me tell you something. I've been in this shit over 20-something years with my wife. I still gotta tell my wife how much I love her. Because sometimes I come off as an asshole. I come off as, do this nigga really care about me? He's just talking that bullshit he talking out of his mouth to her. Right? I don't feel that way, but she may feel that way. And nigga, who you talking to like that? To her. Right? And I'm thinking I'm just being real. But to her, that's disrespectful. It ain't about me, bro. Nigga, I had my daughter. My daughter didn't want to even speak to me. Because she felt like I was disrespecting her mama. And you know the crazy shit about it? I should have been upset about it, but I wasn't. You know why I wasn't upset about it? Because my daughter was right. You disrespecting my mama, nigga. And mind you, she my daughter. And I wouldn't want nobody disrespecting her like that. So I looked at it that way too. Get out your feelings. You may feel that you're right, but nigga, you may not be right. And when my daughter said to me, she said, she was mad at me. She said, no, you talking to my mama a certain type of way. And she ain't like that shit. I said, oh. And mind you, my daughter changed my life. I love her more than anybody. I love my wife, but I love her more than anybody. I don't give a fuck who you are. That little girl, I love more than anybody in the world. And when my daughter said that, I said, oh, ooh, I'm tripping. I told my daughter, I said, I'm sorry. I said, I outsourced that shit. You know what I mean? I don't want my motherfucking daughter thinking that. She know just disrespect women and shit. Like that's how she kind of took that. She in her mind, I don't give a fuck. Now you my daddy and everything, but that's my mama. And when I told y'all a while ago, I had this conversation in the last room. I told you, them kids, they mama, they raised them. You niggas keep thinking that, oh, I'm their daddy. Whatever, nigga. Them kids, boy or girl, they are raised by women. They are not raised by us. They love their mamas, nigga. And when you ain't got no respect for their mamas like that, nigga, it's an issue. I don't know why y'all don't understand that. But I fully understood it. My daughter, I said, man, all the shit I done did. All the love I showed. My daughter, she didn't give a fuck about none of that. She didn't like the way I talked to her mama, nigga. All that bullshit. Oh, daddy did all that. She know I do that. But nigga, she did not like that the way I talked to her mama. Watch your motherfucking tone, daddy. But the crazy part about it, but she was raised like that though, too. We raised her like that. You don't talk to people like that. And the way my tone was at the time, I can see how my daughter got upset about it. But at the same time, I was like, hold on. Fuck. Your mama tell you no, but I still give you shit. But to her, her mama is everything. She don't, listen, a woman's, y'all don't understand, a woman's shit is real. You niggas get mad at women all you want, nigga. A woman's touch and who a woman is and how she handles shit, that shit is real. Especially with your kids. You motherfuckers play around with that all you want. I believe I'm a good dad, right? That don't have shit to do with it. I believe I'm a good dad. I believe that little girl, if she wanted something, I give it to her. That don't mean shit to her. You disrespect her mom, and even me. And I give her everything if she wanted. Nigga, that don't matter to her. That's her mama, nigga. That's when I knew, I ain't say I knew, but it made me know a little bit more. Material shit don't matter. It's about respect. That little girl, fuck that shit. You disrespect my mama. And I don't like how you talk to her. Even though I wasn't crazy, but she didn't like my tone. And I had to respect that for my daughter. I had to respect that. Maybe we had to hug and kiss in front. We good? You get what I mean? Like, my daughter's the love of my life. I never want my daughter to be upset at me. That's the love of my life, man. And you motherfuckers, y'all, a lot of y'all sit out here, y'all keep acting like this shit ain't real. What I'm talking about, I'm telling y'all. That's why a lot of y'all kids be fucked up. A lot of y'all kids be fucked up. Y'all sit there and y'all be trying to act like everything good. It ain't good. I knew that shit wasn't good when my daughter said that shit to me. She said, when my daughter said, I took out, because we always go like bike riding and shit. I tell my daughter, I say, we're gonna go bike riding. You know what I mean? She got a bike or whatever. And she know how to ride a bike and shit. I ain't even had to teach her how to ride a bike. That was crazy shit about it. Like, shout out to my daughter. I ain't even teaching my daughter how to ride a bike. Right? She didn't know how to ride it when she was very young. But she 8, get ready to turn 9. I didn't ever teach my daughter how to ride a bike. That's how I know my daughter's like on some special shit. She different. But I know she like me because I learned shit without nobody teaching me shit. So my daughter is all of a sudden just learn how to ride a fucking bike. Right? Never taught her it. She just all of a sudden started riding it. So she did all that, whatever, right? That's our thing now. I was so proud. I was proud because I didn't teach her nothing about how to do it. But the crazy part about it, I was proud because I knew she learned that on her own. She didn't need me. She didn't need, like, she grew, as I know I take care of her the way I do and stuff like that, and the shit that I do for her, she don't need me for certain shit. She will learn it on her own. She got my personality, and I was so proud of that. And so, my daughter did what she did. I was like, damn, my daughter know how to ride her fucking bike. So that's me and her thing now, right? We ride bikes, right? Like I say, boo, we're gonna go out and ride a bike? Yeah, daddy, come on, let's ride bikes. But in that specific situation, me and my wife was like, we kind of argued or whatever it was. And my daughter, she seen that shit, and she was like, nah. She wanted to go. She did go out there and ride with me, but she wasn't happy. And my daughter, I said, what's wrong, babe? Come on, what's going on? Come on, ride with your daddy. No. And then it really came out at the end, right? She said to me, you talk to my mama a certain type of way. I don't like that. I said, she hurt me. Broke my heart. Broke my heart. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Broke my heart. I said, damn. And then I knew at that point in time, I said, I gotta watch my motherfucking mouth. Really genuinely around my daughter. My daughter, she don't play that shit. She ain't gonna let her daddy. I think I can say certain shit, but my daughter ain't gonna allow me to say certain shit. And I love that about her. And I love people to check me, and that's the thing. But I said, damn, I fucked up. My daughter was upset. She ain't, listen, nigga, and she didn't drive with me. Like we didn't do our normal shit that where we get on the bike and we ride. She ain't do none of that shit. She's like, fuck that. Dad, I'm done. You gotta apologize to my mother. Like, and, you know, normally as a father, you would take offense of that. Right? And I ain't gonna lie to you, right away I kind of did a little bit, but then I thought about it. I was like, she right. She right. And nigga, I apologize to my motherfucking wife. Because one thing about my daughter, she like me. If shit ain't right, I don't give a fuck what you think. Nothing goes right. You know what I mean? And so my daughter's like me. I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, if shit don't go right the way I think it's supposed to go, it won't be right. And my daughter's like that. And so as much as she like my wife, but she is like me. And she like, that shit ain't going right. I don't care what you talking about, that. If I don't feel good about it, it ain't going good. And my daughter was like that. And I changed after her. Like, honestly, just recently I changed. I said, nah, I can't. I gotta watch how I'm talking about people. You know what I mean? Especially family. I gotta watch how I speak about people. And mainly, no lie to you, or my daughter. Because regardless of I'm grown or whatever, my daughter still see that's our mother. Fuck, I'm being grown, but that's our mother. So, when I told my wife, I say, we both gotta watch what we say. Like, you know what I mean? Because we can get to arguing, and she look at me in a different way. I'm a father, so she look at me as like, my dad don't supposed to talk to no woman like that. Regardless if I'm right or wrong, but that's how she look at it. So I had to stop. I told my wife, I said, we gonna do this shit. And this was the real reason why me and my wife, we never argued around my daughter too. But we thought that she, she got older, she would understand a little better. But my daughter don't play that shit. That's just who she is. That's her DNA. You know what I mean? She don't like that shit. My dad ain't gonna disrespect my mom, not in front of me. We will have an issue. And no lie to you, she always been that way. It wasn't, I thought I was getting away with it or not. Maybe she was just too young to speak on it, but she never liked that shit. She never, ever. So I want to say this, right, before I get out of here. Shout out to my daughter. My daughter is the realest person I ever met in my life. Because it's just genuine with her. It's not, people got an agenda. They feel a certain type of way. For her, that shit is genuine for her. And she called my ass out and she told me, nigga, I got a problem. Nigga, she stopped our whole bike ride. She was like, no, we ain't doing no bike ride. I said, what's wrong with you? She was like, because you talk to my mama in that way. I said, what the fuck? Imagine, this is a kid you're raising. My daughter will be 9 this year. Right? She 8 years old. And she tell me, I don't like how you talk to my mama. And I'm like, nah, I'm 40-something years old. What the fuck you talking to? Like, I could have got on that level. Right? Who the fuck you talking to? And I think I kind of did a little bit. Who the fuck you talking to? And she was like, no, daddy, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. I fuck all that shit. And I didn't even, the bad part was, I remembered I was still an adult too. Because I could have been like telling her like, well, this is what me and your mom was doing. But she 8. So I can't really, like, you know what I mean? Like, I told you, I always want to keep my daughter, as much as I want her to know shit, but I still want to keep her as a kid. So I could have got it in details with her, but I wasn't going to do that with her. But at the same time, I respected her maturity too. And what she didn't allow. Nobody disrespect her mama, nigga. I respected that. Like I said, as her father, but as, her mother, as her husband. And hey, nigga, you disrespect my mom, disrespect my wife, I kill you. So I kind of get how she felt. That's how I looked at that. I love my daughter. My daughter is like the eye-opening shit, man. That shit is crazy. And it's crazy because she different. Like, you know what I mean? It's not the same. It's not like motherfuckers be like, yo, Kenny, yo, or you don't go out and shit like that, nigga. My daughter, she teach me shit. And I don't think that I'm learning shit at the time, but I'm learning shit. My daughter is fucking genius. She a genius. I always told y'all, like, you can ask my family. I'm ready to do a documentary too. I told y'all I'm ready to do a documentary. Yo, my motherfucking grandmother. She was like, oh, my grandmother, she used to hold her in her hand, all in her arms. Right? My grandmother that raised me, right? Partly raised me, right? Had my daughter in her arms. And the whole time my grandma had in her arms, she had, I don't know if it was mine or my wife's cell phone. She had her cell phone. My daughter was like 2, and my daughter was sitting there doing this on the phone. She was doing this shit. She was swiping at 2. At 2 years old, she was doing this shit on the phone. Imagine my grandma got in her arms and she doing this shit, swiping, touching, hitting that shit at 2 years old. Maybe she might have was 3. I'm telling you, my daughter been smart. She got a now, I always tell people my daughter got a different soul in her. It's a different soul in her. Everybody like I always tell people I grew up right, like I grew up quick. That's because I had a different soul in me. I grew up with my ancestors. It was different. So I grew up a little different. So that's why I speak the way I speak, even though motherfuckers be like, you young speaking that way. Like, but that's because it's the old soul that you have in you. And my daughter got that. I was waiting for my nieces and nephews to probably get that in them, but they never got it. So it's just a soul. It's just a different soul. My daughter got that. I fucked up a lot of times, but being around shit. My daughter like that, man. Shout out to my daughter. Shay said something. What you say, Shay? What you laughing at, Shay? Hit niggas behind the scenes then. You know what I mean? Come on, Shay. Let's talk. You my peoples. I love you. Got love for you. Anybody got love for you, man. Listen. Can I just say this, right? Before I get out of here. Right? I got love for everybody. Right? If I don't fuck with you, if I didn't say anything to you in a chat, not necessarily that I don't fuck with you like that, right? But usually if I don't say nothing to you in the chat, I don't really fuck with you. I'm not saying it's everybody. Sometimes I could be in an emotion of speaking about issues and shit, and I'm talking, and I'm trying to move the show going. So then that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't fuck with you. But that's a lot of motherfuckers, they know. Niggas in the chat, I don't say nothing to. They know that. They cross that line with me. But Shay, come on now. Stop that shit. You know we all good. Listen, I always tell Shay, I'll put it like this. And I'll put that out there because I'm a real nigga. I put this shit out there. Me and Shay, we got our issue or whatever, right? I'm over it. It's up to Shay. It ain't up to me. Shay gotta get over that shit. I ain't mad at Shay. That's on Shay. But anyway, leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boy. It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.